sports fans, welcome to the OU Football Preview Show. I'm Rick Heath, with me Al Eschbach, and we are at Bar Chichetti, one of the coolest places in the metro in Deep Deuce on 2nd Street. Bar Chichetti, they have great food, great drink specials. They feature Wander Folk spirits and a great brunch on Sunday here at Bar Chichetti. Al, speaking of big deals, there's kind of a big deal happening this weekend down in Dallas.
Well, yeah, I tell you, when I came to New Jersey to college at OU, I thought the biggest college game in the history was Army Navy. And I come out and go to my first Oklahoma Texas game, and I go, it's more than a football game. It's much more than a football game. And now it's not as crazy as it used to be, but the atmosphere, it's as good as it be. And you hear people, well, let's play home and home. No, you keep this game in the Cotton Bowl, not Jerry's World. You keep in the Cotton Bowl and play it there.
With the fair part and the fair, the state fair, and you know, and the night before, I remember when my boys were little, we took them down there, you know, downtown, and it was the West End at that point. It went beyond Commerce Street to the West End, and everybody, you know, they had it one way, you know, and the cops in the middle keeping peace. And you know, the OU guys were going, Texas sucks. And my kids thought that was great that they could actually say that. They thought they were getting by with something.
Well, they should listen to Bob Stoops a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, he did it on national TV.
He did it on national TV, you're right.
and Texas still sucks, he said. Anyway, hey, great game coming up this Saturday, OU, Texas. And Texas, for the first time, is ranked
top 25 in a while, yeah.
And so, you know, OU's got a 3-game win streak. We'll find out and talk more about it. But hey, we're at Bar Chichetti in Deep Deuce here in Oklahoma City. Great drink specials, a great Sunday brunch, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. here at Bar Chichetti. Hey, neighborhood jams in Norman and in Oklahoma City. There's 3 locations now. Norman on Main Street next to the railroad tracks, in Midtown in Oklahoma City on 150th and North Penn. And it's the same great food on Neighborhood Jams, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or brunch. It's always great at Neighborhood Jams. The breakfast is with biscuits as big as a plate, and the brunch is on Saturday and Sunday. There can't go wrong at Neighborhood Jams. 3 great locations in the Oklahoma City metro area, one in Norman, one in Midtown, and one on 150th and North Penn in Oklahoma City.
1978, before the internet, before cell phones. That's when Basie's Roofing was founded. A lot has changed since then, but what hasn't is Basie's commitment to helping customers just like you deal with damage to their roofs and home after a storm. You never pay up front, and there's absolutely zero risk. It's been that way since 1978. Now maybe we're a little old-fashioned, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And if it is broke, well, give us a call.
Basie's Roofing, the name you can trust.
You're looking for a great tasting club special at your favorite golf club or bar, ask for a Oklahoma club special made with Prairie Wolf vodka, distilled right here in Oklahoma in Guthrie, Oklahoma. That's Prairie Wolf Distillery, Guthrie, Oklahoma.
At Laser Light Skin Clinic, our most popular treatment is now more affordable than ever. Right now, you can save up to 50% on Cool Sculpting, the #1 choice for non-invasive fat reduction. Our flexible treatment plans allow you to choose the option that is perfect for you. Focus on a single problem area or revive your life with a fresh new you. These are real results. For your personal Cool Sculpting consultation, call Laser Light Skin Clinic today. A new you awaits.
Let me tell you about a great company, locally owned, Crutcho Creek Sod Farm, in business here for over 35 years. They're locally owned and operated, and they have Bermuda, Tiff, Fescue, even AstroTurf. They do delivery, installation, they do seeding, and hydro mulching. Everything to make your yard the beautiful yard you want it to be, whether it's a land reclamation or just your yard being resodded. Crutcho Creek Sod Farm can do it. Give them a call today. That's Crutcho Creek Sod Farm, 35 years, locally owned and operated here in Oklahoma City. Let me talk about one of my favorite places in Deep Deuce to eat and drink, and that's Bar Chichetti. Bar Chichetti with a great menu, and they're featuring a wonderful brunch. If you haven't had brunch yet at Bar Chichetti, you got to do it. It's available on Sundays. Wonderful new menu for brunch, and it is inventive and creative, and it changes every week. So if you're looking for a great place for a brunch, Bar Cicchetti on Northeast 2nd in Deep Deuce, great place to go for brunch. And during the week, they have great dinner specials as well as drink specials every day at Bar Cicchetti, Northeast 2nd Street in Deep Deuce. Also, they have the biggest big screen in Oklahoma City to watch your favorite sporting events. So if you're looking for food, drinks, and sports, go to Bar Cicchetti, Northeast 2nd Street in Deep Deuce. Hey, if you want to follow us along and see our show online, we have a YouTube channel, we have Facebook channel, and we have Twitter. So if you're looking to follow us during the game, Twitter would be the way to go. If you're looking for our show, YouTube and Facebook all have access to our show, and we have them on the channel. So on the big screen, follow us and be a part of the OU football preview show with Al Eschbach and Rick Heath. And welcome back. Rick Heath, Al Eschbach from Bar Cicchetti in Deep Deuce here in Oklahoma City. Al, Steve Sarkisian's taken over as the head coach for Texas. Seems to have put a new little lift in the Texas team.
Yeah, Anthony named the wrong quarterback to start the year. I mean, I watched him against Arkansas. It was embarrassing. Totally embarrassing.
You know, Casey Thompson, a local kid here from Oklahoma City and Norman area, and he's the quarterback now. They got a great running back in Bijan Robinson.
Oh, he's the best in the conference. He's big time.
We'll talk about him a little bit, but the good news is Sarkisian may have the Texas offense ignited, but Lincoln Riley and Spencer Rattler now have, after the last game and a half, the OU offense.
Riley did a great job. I thought the off week, not the off week, getting ready for last week after the West Virginia game, going on the road to Kansas State, a team they lost it 2 straight times. He put some stuff into the offense, got Rattler rolling out. They only had like 8 possessions. They scored on 7. So you can't ask for much more. I mean,
Rattler was 22 or 23 to start with the short intermediate routes between the last part of West Virginia and the start of the Kansas State game. That's a great.
I love accuracy.
Yeah.
He has a strong arm, but he hit people. I want a strong arm that's accurate too.
Yeah.
And man, he's been. You're the stat. He was 11 to 12 in the second half against West Virginia. And then you put the stats together.
And he's 37 to 41 out of his last 41. He's hit 37 of 90%. Rattler is back where we all thought he was going to be.
That's exactly right.
So good for him. And another factor in this is Kennedy Brooks. Kennedy Brooks is starting to get more and more comfortable in the offense, and for some reason, Lincoln Riley is getting more and more comfortable about running Kennedy Brooks.
Well, yeah, he's your best running back. So you run him.
He wasn't even starting. We were talking about that.
So, he hasn't started yet this year. So
yeah. So but when the money's on the line,
he's really good. He's a good back. I thought the offensive line played pretty well, except for the penalties. You cannot. Those penalties are going to kill you. So I thought they played probably their best game of the year, but the penalties. You can't have them.
And it's going to be a huge key going into this game Saturday is how the offensive line plays.
Yeah, because Arkansas offensive line dominated Texas.
They roll.
And I want TCU also.
Yeah.
Texas defensive front isn't very good.
Texas's defense is not very good.
No, it's not.
The question is can OU's offense do enough pushing the ball and controlling it to keep Texas's offense?
Well, if TCU did it, Arkansas did, you would hope so.
You would hope so, because that's what a good team does. We think OU's a good team. They're getting there. We'll find out a lot more Saturday.
Yeah, we will. I mean, we've seen things. Oklahoma's a better team than Texas, but they've been a better team for years and years than Texas.
But and it didn't always show up.
It doesn't show up in the game.
It doesn't always show up in W's. Now Lincoln Riley's got a 3-game win streak. Sarkisian hasn't been a part of that, so he's trying to change that. You got Casey Thompson, the quarterback, doing a good job. You got Bijan Robinson, second in the nation with 130 yards a game. Really, really talented running back. Maybe the best running back. Probably in the conference. We thought for a while the Iowa State guy.
Yeah, Robinson's really good. He catches the ball in the backfield and everything.
And we'll talk about that when we talk about the OU defense in the next segment here. But we are at Bar Cicchetti, where they feature Wander Folk Spirit. Wander Folk Spirit distilled right in Guthrie, Oklahoma. They have a wonderful flavors of vodka, gin. They have Old Moses bourbon and more from Wander Folk Spirits. So you can find it here at Bar Cicchetti, but if your favorite restaurant or bar doesn't carry Wander Folks Spirits, ask them to carry it. It's a delicious home distilled liquor right here from Guthrie, Oklahoma. We'll be right back after this.
You know what? We really should call Basie's Roofing about that repair. We only have a certain amount of time with the insurance company.
Yep.
Have you seen my phone anywhere?
Hi, I'm here about the roof repair.
How did you do that?
I already contacted Basie's this morning.
There's no better time than now to have your roof inspected. Contact Basie's today and a fast, friendly professional will be right over.
Basie's Roofing, the name you can trust.
If you're looking for a great tasting club special at your favorite golf club or bar, ask for a Oklahoma club special made with Prairie Wolf vodka, distilled right here in Oklahoma in Guthrie, Oklahoma. That's Prairie Wolf Distillery, Guthrie, Oklahoma.
At Laser Light Skin Clinic, our most popular treatment is now more affordable than ever. Right now, you can save up to 50% on Cool Sculpting, the #1 choice for non-invasive fat reduction. Our flexible treatment plans allow you to choose the option that is perfect for you. Focus on a single problem area or revive your life with a fresh new you. These are real results. For your personal Cool Sculpting consultation, call Laser Light Skin Clinic today. A new you awaits.
Let me tell you about a great company, locally owned, Crutcho Creek Sod Farm, in business here for over 35 years. They're locally owned and operated, and they have Bermuda, Tiff, Fescue, even AstroTurf. They do delivery, installation, they do seeding and hydro mulching. Everything to make your yard the beautiful yard you want it to be, whether it's a land reclamation or just your yard being resodded. Crutcho Creek Sod Farm can do it. Give them a call today. That's Crutcho Creek Sod Farm, 35 years, locally owned and operated here in Oklahoma City.
You know what? We really should call Basie's Roofing about that repair. We only have a certain amount of time with the insurance company.
Yep.
Have you seen my phone anywhere?
Hi, I'm here about the roof repair.
How did you do that?
I already contacted Basie's this morning.
There's no better time than now to have your roof inspected. Contact Basie's today and a fast, friendly professional will be right over.
Basie's Roofing, the name you can trust.
And welcome back, OU Football Preview Show. Rick Heath, Al Eschbach from Bar Cicchetti, who rolls out one of the more creative brunches in the metro. So if you're interested in brunch, and I know everybody really is, they have a brunch here at Bar Cicchetti from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Sunday, and they have live music out on the patio, and Thursday nights they have live music also here at Bar Cicchetti. So live music Thursday nights, Sunday afternoons at Bar Cicchetti on 2nd Street in Deep Deuce. Al, the OU defense has had a problem getting off the field the last couple of games.
Well, the OU defense has hurt the offense. 3 possessions in the first half. That's because the OU defense, it just can't make people punt the ball.
Yeah, they gave up drives of 10, 11, and 15 plays.
It was like the Army game a few years ago.
Yeah, you know, when you're only getting 3 possessions, now to OU's offensive credit, they scored on all 3 possessions, but still, when you only have 3 possessions and a half, I mean, you're limiting yourself, you know, and you're tiring the defense out.
And the 3rd and 4th down conversions were just out. Last year, OU is one of the best schools in the country, 3rd down conversions. Now they're
getting off the field.
And it's 3rd and long. It's not 3rd and a half yard.
Yeah,
it's 3rd and long.
The old problems creeping back in.
You're right.
You know, and that was the problems they had 2 and 3 years ago. They couldn't get off the field. You know, and I remember Texas running down, you know, for, 12-minute drives, you know, in those years. They can't do that this Saturday.
No, they got if they kick off or you kick to them, you got to let them first down. Not 8 minutes. You cannot just let them just drive down the field on you.
The last 3 games that they've played down in Dallas against Texas, they gave up 329 yards rushing and 102 attempts. Less than 2 a game. I mean, 2 an attempt. That they need somewhere near that against Bijan Robinson and this Texas offense.
Well, and again, the Arkansas defensive line dominate their offensive line. Texas can do nothing against Arkansas.
Can OU do the same?
OU's defensive line is pretty good. I don't know if they will, but their defensive line is pretty good. Now, Texas got a new quarterback in Thompson, so we will see. But at times, OU goes into that 3-man rush. It's like, that's when quarterbacks burn them.
Well, that's when they give them all the time. Then they sit back in a soft zone, and you can't give a good
I also don't like massive substitutions they're doing on defense.
And I think that's going to catch up to them. They're going to have to, at some point, settle in. It's all about keeping them fresh. But hey, if keeping them fresh is not near as important as stopping them.
No.
And Casey Thompson, son of Charles Thompson, good young quarterback. Thank goodness, for his family and for him, he's getting a chance at Texas. And he's playing well. But at the same time, they're really going to have to keep him in the pocket.
Yeah.
Make him make a throw and get him uncomfortable.
Yeah, they got to bring pressure, and that's the one thing here. I mean, but when you only rush in 3, it's tough to bring pressure. So, and I've known Casey since he was a little kid. Charles used to bring by my broadcast. Good family, really good family.
And all. OU's defense right now, what they're looking at is, number 1, stop Bijan Robinson. He's their one threat. They have to stop him. No matter what they have to do to commit,
they got to stop the running game. They got to stop the running game.
Okay?
Totally.
So if they stop the running game, and Mike Stoops used to always say, you stop the running game first, and then you deal with everything else.
Absolutely. Yeah, you can't let them gash you for 4 or 5 yards every carry. Can't let them happen.
And he's going to break them. He's going to break a few runs because he is that talented.
Yeah, he's really, really, really good. He's the best running back they've had maybe since Jamal Charles.
Yeah, and so now you're looking at a guy that's very, very talented in running back. You got a very capable and good thrower in Casey Thompson. The receivers, they're not, they're nothing to speak of, but they're good enough. You give them time, they're going to find a seam, they're going to get open.
Well, Sarkisian is a good offensive coach, there's no doubt about it.
And he's going to call a good game. So it's going to be up to Alex Grinch and the OU defense.
Yeah, do what Arkansas did to them. Shut them down.
If they can. Hey, we're at Bar Chichetti here in Deep Deuce in Oklahoma City, where Bar Chichetti features Wander Folk Spirits with all their drinks and specials, and they've got a creative and very tasty menu. And Sundays they have a very, very creative brunch, 11 a.m., 2 p.m. with live music at Bar Chichetti on 2nd Street in Deep Deuce. And welcome back, OU Football Preview Show. Rick Heath, Al Eschbach from Bar Chichetti in Deep Deuce. Al, let's take a look at how this game might unfold, okay? To me, the first possessions are huge. Whoever gets the ball, whether it's OU gets the ball first or Texas, it's imperative if Texas gets the ball for the OU defense.
Well, they haven't the last 3 games. So on first possessions, Nebraska, West Virginia, Kansas State, right down the field on them.
That's what OU can't let them do, though.
I agree. They can't let them run the clock right down the field on them.
I mean, you don't want the OU offense to take over with 6 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Down 7-0. So it's huge on that first possession if Texas gets it, that the OU defense comes up with a stop.
I wonder if Lincoln Riley changed philosophies, although I still like kicking off and getting the ball to start the half. I mean,
I remember Bob Stoops occasionally took the ball.
Yeah.
When he had a better team, he would go ahead and win the toss and say, we want the ball. Instead of deferring to the second half. He wanted to get off to that good start.
I know. So it'll be interesting to see what Lincoln will do. My guess will he'll defer.
Yeah, they'll defer, and so
But then it's up to the defense to make stops.
that's up to them.
Supposed to be a better defense.
That's what it's supposed to do, right?
Right.
The defense is supposed to be better.
Right.
Okay, is this a better defense for OU or not? We're going to find out Saturday. Because
Yeah.
if they can't stop Texas from running down their throat with Bijan Robinson, they've had a good rush defense in the past. Can they do it again?
Yeah, I would again. Texas couldn't run against Arkansas. I mean, and Arkansas is no better up front than Oklahoma.
They shouldn't be.
They shouldn't be.
They shouldn't be. Okay, if OU has the first possession, it's imperative for them to go ahead and get that rhythm, get that movement going, get that tempo that they like, get Spencer
fast.
Rattler.
Go fast.
Get Spencer Rattler going. Boom, boom. Get the short intermediate passes going. Roll him out. Don't leave him back there. Let that offense develop.
And penalties. You can't get offensive line penalties. You cannot have those holding and procedure penalties.
Or even after the whistle's blown penalties. Those are the ones.
Tyrese Robinson.
Man, those dead ball penalties kill you. They kill you.
Well, they can't say the chance of recovering onside you can beat them. So
yeah, I got three very important players, of course, on offense for you to peruse. All right, number one, of course, Spencer Rattler. Number two, Kennedy Brooks. And then my third most important player on the offense, Andrew Rain.
yeah, we'll see what he can do. I mean, that's.
If Rain can handle the center position, because they're going to put somebody over him, because that's been the problem a lot with not being able to run the ball. They put somebody
And
over.
again, you would hope, because Texas defense in front, everybody's running on them.
Yes,
so,
they should be able to.
You should be able to.
But we'll find out. But to me, those are the three. Of course, Spencer Rattler. He's the trigger man. Everybody's going to watch him. Every national writer, coverage guy, everybody is going to be talking about Spencer Rattler. Kennedy Brooks, to me, is just as equally important. He and Eric Gray.
Well, I almost feel the offensive line for both the running backs.
Yeah. And so if
they can give them some holes, they're going to make yardage.
They're going to make. To me, that will be huge. Okay. Now on defense, I've got two really important players to me. One is Nick Bonino.
No doubt, without a doubt.
Got to get pressure.
Got to get big time pressure
and you
on
got to get upfield to keep Casey Thompson right there in position, and let Winfrey do his magic in the middle. But you can't let him get outside and buy time.
No, you can't. They got to contain Casey Thompson, make him throw the ball.
Against TCU, the one play that Patterson, the TCU coach, was pulling his hair and throwing his hat on the ground was the flare passes to Bijan Robinson out of the backfield.
Well, we saw Kansas State do that with Deuce Vaughn, and Deuce Vaughn ate him up.
Yes.
Where are the linebackers there?
That's what I'm saying. The linebackers and Pat Fields, those are the guys that are going to have to be able to get up in space and make that tackle.
They are, because I guarantee Texas watched a film of Vaughn, and they're going to go, we're going to do that all day long.
Because we got just as good a back as Vaughn.
Absolutely.
Both of Vaughn and Robinson are going to play on Sundays.
Yeah.
Both of them are that talented. So that's why I said Pat Fields. To me, Nick Bonino, Pat Fields. And then the other guy that I think is going to be huge in this game, Gabe Burkett.
Oh, well, you have to worry about him.
I know, but he's going to be huge to me.
Well, you got such a big advantage there.
It's going to be a field goal game. They got Dicker the kicker, Dicker for Texas, and Gabe Burkett, two of the better kickers.
Yeah, Burkett is as good best in the country, so.
He is. Okay, then the other thing we haven't talked about, I found a stat, 10 out of the last 12 winners in this particular matchup won the turnover battle.
Well, that's always huge. If the turnover was equal, you should win the game. They're the better team. They're more talented.
Now, last week against Kansas State, OU had an interception drop 3 different times. They cannot do that.
You got to hold on to them. Absolutely right.
You get it in position and get that chance.
And the secondary got to play better than it did.
They do, but they've got. Are they going to get their injured guys back? Who knows? So they're working with man down, 2 men down. Turner Yell, is he out? If that's.
And Woody Washington probably is out.
Woody Washington's out until later in the year. So those are the kind of things that you look at it and go, okay, can you make up that difference? It's up to Alex Grinch and the defensive staff.
And one good thing, the OU running backs aren't fumbling the ball.
Yeah, OU running backs don't fumble.
So
But the thing that OU's going to have to do is find a way to get turnovers, and that would be interceptions against Casey Thompson. All right, I've got my prediction here. I got a 45-42.
35-31 OU.
Bingo. We think it's going to be a shootout here in the Cotton Bowl. Thank you so much. And don't forget, you can watch us on YouTube, Facebook, and on our own channel. And follow us on Twitter at RickHeath10. All that available to you. Extracurricular watching here of Al Eschbach and Rick Heath. We'll see you next time here on the OU Football Preview Show.